sticks out for you, like the big story arcs that you found interesting? Because I feel like there's a couple different story arcs in this, but the whole time I was thinking about Omni-Man and what the heck is going on? Why did he murder? And it's cool he's having this little teenage drama, but your dad just murdered everybody. I want to know more about that. And the demon detective was pretty cool too.
Yeah, his name was Damien Darkwood.
Darkblood.
That's a Darkwood.
Yeah, he talked a little bit like a scruffy Yoda. Short sentences. He just appeared in cold weather and was a detective trying to pay off his demon debts by solving murder mysteries, which is just interesting character.
Yeah, that's the only way he could stay on Earth.
Yes, only he can stay on Earth is the agreement he's made with the devil, and he is on to Omni-Man from the start. He's like, only Omni-Man lives. No way that's, he wasn't a part of this. The blood doesn't line up, and you have others who are questioning it as well, including Omni-Man's wife.
Yeah. So at the end of episode 1, I had the thought of, maybe he's being controlled, or something's up with this. It's not just Omni-Man just going rogue and killing everybody. I mean, what's the point of killing the greatest superheroes on the planet? But his character really doesn't change that much when it comes to his plan. I mean, he kind of does have a little switch where he just completely tells everybody, or Invincible, his whole plan from the start, but he's pretty much the same guy. I mean, not really the greatest guy. And you can see how the original Guardians of the Globe don't really like him that much. But he's just a terrible guy. There's not much to sympathize with him. He's not one of those villains where you're just like, okay, I see your point. No. I think to a certain degree, he still does love his son throughout the whole series. I think that's the biggest thing, the biggest connection that you can have with him. But he's pretty much a douchebag throughout the whole thing. And J.K. Simmons plays it very well.
I thought his voice translated well as a hero, and it really felt right. It made sense, and the mustache matched.
You got to give the mustache. I mean, it's just like from Spider-Man, J. Jonah Jameson.
Right. Iconic.
Yeah, very iconic. Do you think there was any truth in what Omni-Man was saying when he was trying to explain to Mark, all these people on Earth, they're just going to die, and why have any attachment? You're going to live for thousands of years. You'll forget about them. Your mother's more like a pet to me.
He was kind of disrespectful in that speech. First he beat the crap out of his son, and then has given him this terrible speech about why humanity isn't worth saving. And from his perspective, I understand where he's coming from. He's really a conqueror. He is like Galactus. He is a world destroyer. He is not meant to be the hero. So to him, it's not worth it. The human race isn't worth it. And it isn't really that great. Like, you could argue that even Thanos had some kind of logic that at least made sense as to why he did what he did. But Omni-Man here is just like, nah, we just gotta destroy them because they're weak. And that it is what it is. There's no need to saving them. We'll just do this. And it's definitely the approach that I think he should have taken if he wants them to advance and be greater civilization. Instead of just taking over, destroying it, or colonizing it, he should actually just help and give resources and that kind of a thing. So in that way, the same flaw as Thanos' plan. Instead of getting rid of half the universe, create double the resources. It would accomplish the same thing. So there's flaws in the plan, definitely. But I can, with his indoctrination and being able to understand why he said the things he said. But he was also just very rude and very disrespectful for that entire episode. And it was hilarious.
Yeah, and he just killed innocent people for no reason. Like, Invincible saves this one guy And Omni-Man, he's like, why are you making this so hard? And he just kills the man.
But he didn't just kill him. He's falling, Invincible saves him, and then Omni-Man grabs his head and just crushes it like a piece of paper. And you see everything come out of it because it's pretty graphic, even though it's a cartoon. But just disrespectful. I think my favorite scene was probably him destroying the Guardians of the Globe. Second favorite was, I feel like it was the reverse Spider-Man scene where Spider-Man is shooting these webs and holding back the train. Omni-Man says, no, you're going to learn why these lives are not valuable. Takes him, puts his head up at Invincible's head, and just holds it there while a subway train drives through it, killing everyone in the subway train. And he's watching this. He's using him as like a body shield with all these people around him. It's really graphic. It's just like, I did not think this was going to happen. He's going to go there, but Omni-Man doesn't disappoint. And I hope there's more scenes in the second season.
Thanks for watching. And if you would like to be featured on our podcast, make sure to click the link in the description.